morning, Khaleejesque. Today I'll be taking over Khaleejesque Snapchat. My name is Wafa Al-Obaidat and I'm a Bahraini entrepreneur and I'm based in Bahrain. So I'll be showing you around today. Before we start our day, I'm just going to show you quickly around my mother's studio. My mother is a mosaic artist and this is where she spends most of her time. It's a beautiful craft, so I'll just show you moments of the studio. Instructed not to Snapchat and drive, so I'm in the car outside our first stop, Riyadat Mall. Riyadat Mall is a mall which was an initiative by Temkeen and Bahrain Development Bank. The purpose behind it is to incubate women entrepreneurs, local women with local ideas and local concepts. So it's really cool because everybody who has a space here is a woman. For subsidized rent, which is great. So it kind of removes the initial startup costs that many entrepreneurs face, and then eventually the ideas they move out. And they have more strategic locations. So they already have a few successful case studies of people who have left Riyadat to open locations in Sif, for example. So I'll take you to we'll go around and see some of the cool locations and some of the interesting stores, and hopefully some of the designers will be here to show us around, and we'll have some breakfast as well. So our first stop today in Riyadat Mall is the stunning store called Babushka, which is founded by Sara Sayar and Maryam Fathi. The prints at Babushka are collected from Egypt, Uzbekistan, India, and the girls design their own furniture and range of accessories. All the pieces are unique and they are the perfect gift for bridal showers or for your home. Our second stop is Amina Gallery. Amina Al-Abbasi is a Bahraini artist, so she creates these paintings. Amina also has a range of homeware, accessories, and furniture. This is her new jewelry box, which is really functional, but also you can follow her on Instagram. A lot of her products are also featured online, so you can buy all her items online, and she delivers in the GCC. Stop in Riyadat Mall is an amazing store called Green Bar. We're just gonna walk into the store right now. Hello. Morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Can you just tell us a bit about Green Bar for the Khaleejesque viewers?
No problem. Green Bar is a Bahraini-based beauty brand created by Reem Khalifa. So she uses traditional Bahraini ingredients along with other ingredients from all around the world. Healthy, no chemical ingredients.
Amazing. Can you just tell us a bit about the product? So what is this product right here?
This
Sesame
is
nut soap.
So it's a completely natural soap made with sesame oil. It's also scented with essential oils. This is our Oasis scent.
It's really interesting. What is the flower polish?
The flower polish is a body scrub that we make. This is our old formula. We're going to have a new one with hibiscus flower. Thank you for coming, guys. Feel free to shop online at greenbarinc.com.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. On our way out from Riyadat Mall, but guess who's here? Amina Al-Abbasi is in her gallery, so I'm just going to introduce you to her. Hi, Amina. How are you? Nice to see you. I came here a bit earlier, but since you're here, maybe you can just tell us about some of your latest products to the Khaleejesque viewers. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
So our latest product is those beautiful bangles. The whole concept is to walk around with a piece at a time. They come in so many different designs and sizes. And here's a close-up.
They're really pretty. It's your paintings, basically,
Yeah.
right?
And one of our fast-moving products are those beautiful cushions. They're made out of linen, and you can wash them. And
Coffee table is really beautiful as well. What is it made out of?
it's made out of plexi acrylic.
Yeah.
I designed the whole product, and then I The right painting is on it, and I can customize them according to the design and the colors.
And are they used for commercial projects as well?
Yes, I've done a few commercials that are Bahraini inspired, but like presented in a more modern way.
Perfect.
We have those ottomans as well. They're really cute.
Hello again. So we're at the Al-Obaidat office, which is where I work. I just thought I'd share the story of Al-Obaidat and why I'm doing. Al-Obaidat is a communications agency. Our focus is public relations and branding. We manage over 16 clients and we're a team of about 10 people. I started the agency completely by accident. At the time, I just wanted to produce really good content and support the emerging local art scene back in London when I was a student. We created sketchbookmagazine.com and we printed over 6 issues, both online and offline. It was such an amazing experience, but it actually didn't bring me any money. So Sketchbook became my platform to support emerging designers and artists, and what was really great was it allowed me to figure out how to put a team together of volunteers, how to manage people, how to work. I was working from my apartment at the time, so it was truly about being resourceful, but also it was about being creative and how to get things done for free or through service exchange. So a lot of what I learned about starting up was basically from Sketchbook. So though it brought me no funding, it actually got me clients. So my first few clients were based in London. I remember the client was Sister PR, which is another communications agency, and they outsourced us to do a range of pop-up shops in Carnaby Street. So that was my first big check. I realized that what I want to do or what I can offer has value. So I started the agency as a way to first start generating revenue for Sketchbook. I didn't see happening was Al-Obaidat became so successful that it became my full-time core job, and that's where I was able to start paying salaries and hire more people. Funnily enough, my first client in the Khalij was Khaleejesque. I remember meeting Foz in London and just talking about the idea of Khaleejesque as an online site and a magazine and a platform, and just through my experiences with Sketchbook I felt I could bring something to the table. So I'll always be proud of my first client in the Middle East. That project really gave me confidence to also move back to open my first offices here in Bahrain and to start servicing clients in the GCC. So thank you for that, Khaleejesque. Some of my tips that I love to share with budding entrepreneurs or startups is, in the beginning, try to be resourceful. Don't hire a million people and get really fancy offices. Grow organically, because with every stage of your business, you also adapt your management style and you get to really figure out your positioning in the market. Don't try to do too many things. A lot of young businesses want to do too much in a very short amount of time. The tip that I love to share is sometimes you just have to ask. When I first came to Bahrain, I had no funds for rent in a very nice location. So an amazing business center in the Bahrain Financial Harbor. So I literally just walked in, and my end game was, I can't afford a place here, so I need to figure out how I'm going to get this by providing service exchange. So I met the landlord, who turned out to be a great supporter of local businesses, and agreed to do a service exchange with him. It took like 3 meetings and a lot of convincing, but I managed to get a rent-free space for a year. This was perfect because it allowed me to get my first 6 clients, because the location was so strategic and I was taken so seriously by them that I was able to sign clients and save on rent costs. Tip is, try to find out what your country has to offer in terms of resources. You'll be surprised at how many initiatives there are that are designed to help you. For example, did you know that if you took a UNIDO course, which is a business course designed by the United Nations, that you don't need to show. Doing that UNIDO course gave me a letter which I took to the Ministry of Industry and Commerce that said that I don't need to have any prerequisites or prerequisite funds to open the story simpler. There are ways of getting what you want and going around the system in creative ways. You just have to go and ask and sort of make it your business. So this is our company website. I'm really crazy about updating all the projects, so all the latest work is always uploaded on a daily basis. We have our One of the coolest moments, or one of the best moments of this year, was winning the Bahrain Entrepreneurship Awards. Honestly, sometimes you can work really, really hard, and when somebody, it's really such a pleasure to have somebody say well done or they appreciate your work. And I think as startups, sometimes we feel like things aren't going our way and we get distressed and stressed out. So just I believe that encouragement is a must. It's the fuel that keeps us going, especially in the first few years of business. So for us, every kind word and to also share with you some exciting new projects that we are working on here at the agency. We've recently decided to grow our company and have a line of. We've recently decided to leverage our resources and launch a line of products. So what you're looking at right now is just some of the. To give you a bit of background, Barrel & Drum is a line of wooden eyewear glasses and accessories, so we're launching our wooden watches soon. But the idea behind it is to. I don't know about everybody else, but I lose my sunglasses and I get a heart attack when I do, and it really upsets me because I invest in them. So we just decided to create an alternative, affordable line of wooden eyeglasses that if you lose, you wouldn't have a heart attack about, and that just had some personality and had some impact. Also have, I think, such a natural feel to them. Our best-selling one is the ebony wood rims and the sort of dark wooden frames, but it's just to give. So we love working with our clients. They're really the core of our business for the agency. But with Barrel & Drum and with our other products, we get to be our own client. It gives you a sense of freedom because we sometimes will have to overthink it. If there's a new style we like, or if there's a new photo shoot you want to do, or if you want to work with a certain stockist, we just go for it. So last but not least, I'm going to talk about O-Talent. So O-Talent is also a subsidiary of the agency. But the whole idea behind O-Talent, as an agency owner, I was getting really tired of trying to speak to so many influencers in Bahrain, from comedians to musicians, and just getting different quotes all the time. We created O-Talent because we thought that we want to make it easier for people to work with creative talent on the ground. So what we did is we became the middle. We rounded up all the influencers as much as we could in terms of musicians, models, illustrators, and put them all under one roof. Make it easier for companies to get a hold of them, and also to get to know their rates. It's been really successful so far. We've had 2 major projects. The idea is just to make things easier for everybody and connect the right talent with the right companies and firms, and to get more opportunities for creatives. On the website, you can see the different bios of all the influencers. You can check out the different industries that we have. You can check out, so also view the talent by industry. You can also fill out a contact form and get a quotation for your. يعني إن التالنت يعني نقدر نحصلها more opportunities through working with companies, but also companies can enhance their brands and collaborate with more creative talent. يعني أنا ما بلا وعجبتكم وايد تحكيت. I talked about O-Talent, about O'Bine and about Barrel & Drum. I would love to know your thoughts, and if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Not gonna lie, sometimes being on an island, it can get very stifling. You can get really sick of the same places, and yeah, the need for inspiration is definitely. Really don't read as much as I do, but when I'm flying, for example, and there's no internet, this is a perfect time to catch up on some of my favorite publications like Khaleejesque. Today's been a crazy day, and I had a big breakfast, so now we're about to have a late lunch, and I'm going to show you around Rawaq Gallery, which is one of Bahrain's beautiful galleries in Adliya. We're in Rawaq, and there is a new exhibition by Mohammed Al-Mahdi called Superheroes. This is really quite relevant, I think. I just got asked a question by one of the followers, Mohammed. Thank you for your question, which is, what are some of the challenges. What are some of the challenges I faced in my business? Question. One of the hardest decisions that I've decided to stick by was to hire Bahrainis. Unfortunately, as much as I'm a huge unfortunately has a very high retention level. So in my field, I feel like it's hard to retain locals for more than 2 years. Lucky to have such a fantastic team, and I'm so grateful for everybody who's joined me on this journey, especially Nadia, who is soon to be my partner and who's been with me for over 3 years. To combat that problem, what I did was hire an HR. We're creating a partnership program so everybody can become a partner or become partners in profit. Celebrate everybody's birthdays. We do team bonding activities. So every quarter we do something fun as a team just to kind of get to know each other outside the office. And we invest in have a great training program, so we make sure that everybody's on a training program to also get promoted, but we also invite external trainers to come to our office to talk to us about their experiences, and we can the process, and it's a journey, and but I'm very proud that people recognize us as a leading local PR firm. And my second challenge was, in the beginning I had no funding, so not a lot of people know this, but I didn't take a salary for the first 2 years. Instead, I invested whatever income I had in hiring people. So I hired my first account manager, then my accountant, then my designer, and nobody knew that I wasn't taking anything from the company, but I was making. I remember my father didn't really understand why I wasn't paying myself, but I had to explain that I have to invest in the right people in the beginning and just get the ball rolling and get enough clients. So then I'm happy to report that from last year I have been paying myself, and I always look at the big picture, and you suffer now but then you reap the. So before we go to the National Theatre and the ballet tonight, we're going to make a quick stop at Malja, which is a space that I founded with Red Bull. It's the first art hub in The idea behind Malja happened because when I moved from London to Bahrain, I really couldn't seem to locate my creative community, and I was really frustrated. I seemed to find a place in Bahrain that I felt just welcomed all artists and was designed by a space that was designed by young people for young people. Every place had its own agenda and its own gallery owner. So I set out on this journey to create Malja, and it took me 5 years, but thankfully Red Bull decided. So in collaboration with Red Bull, the space has a gorgeous gallery space, but also has a music and workshop studio for people to sort of manage workshops. You guys around the artist studio. Usually the space can also be transformed, so you can it's very simple, it's a space, but this is the music studio room. So people here can make sound and jam and just create music. Hi Tam, do you want to tell us a bit about Malja and what's your next exhibit about?
Yeah, we're actually working on an exhibition which is Saturday. We're curating it, me and my husband, Leon D. And it's about taste, which is like a lot of senses coming together. So we're experimenting with artists. So the idea is to take different senses or different objects and transforming it into different senses. So people they're gonna smell.
So hi Zahra, can you tell us a bit about your piece that's going to be at the exhibition?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to have an installation, and it's going to be about present the idea of identity and more than 33 smells. So maybe you have to come and smell the artwork.
So we're a little bit late to the National Theatre. There's a ballet on here today, so hopefully I'll be showing you some footage from that. And